Hi friends! Today I'm going to be painting on wood. Am I going to paint on this? Or this? No! I'm going to paint on this big hunk of tree. I did this like 8 months ago, and it's still one of my favorite things I've ever done. So let's do it again. I actually remembered to check the smoothness of the wood this time. And I decided on this side. And I can use the back for a thumbnail. I'm not sure if I want to use gesso for this or not. I kind of like the look of the edge of the wood. But I know that this wood is just going to drink in the paint. Luckily, I found out that clear gesso exists. So let's try that. I actually really like this gesso. It gave the wood a nice texture to grip the paint, and it seemed to stop the wood from sucking up all of the paint. Now for this piece, I wanted to do something more painterly and less cartoony. So I went for a nice blendy background. I took a painting class recently, and about the only thing I actually sort of mastered was blending one hue from light to dark. So this first part was going pretty well. Except, remember when I said I liked the edge of the wood peeking out? Yeah, I don't actually know how to fade the paint out at the edges. So I sanded the very outside of the paint instead. Me having grand ideas without any idea of how to achieve them is sort of a theme in this project. And my whole life, if I'm being honest. For this piece, I knew that I wanted to paint a seahorse, but other than that, I didn't really have a plan. I wanted to be a little more loosey-goosey, to go with the flow, to get my freestyle on.
Never say that again.
Either way, I didn't have anything planned out, and that was a huge mistake. Boy, was that a huge mistake. Look at him. He's terrifying. I really wanted to give up. I wanted to scrap this whole video and pretend it never happened. But I thought back to all the comments you guys are so sweet to write me, telling me how you struggle too. And I knew I would never want to hear that you gave up. So I took a break to regroup. I looked up a ton of references. I focused on one area at a time and picked out different styles that I liked. I started with the belly first because it seemed like the easiest to fix. Then the nose, eyes, tail, etc. Luckily, since I don't have to worry about how many layers of paint I use, I just kept going over and adjusting the parts I wasn't fond of. And finally, I got it to here. From here, I made a list of things I wanted to add, and then I came up with a plan. I added some highlights. And then I added some dots to add more color to him and to disguise how weird that fin looks. I worked on the background, adding coral and seaweed, and my favorite part, these little bubbles. After a few final details, I think I'm ready to call this done. Ultimately, I'm really glad I did this. I've been in sort of a down place lately, not feeling really great about myself, and this was a really good sort of therapy to push through and not give up. Let me know what you think and what you do when you're struggling. I really love to read your comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.